trying to put money in your pocket. That crypto wallet, that bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways.
I'm about to drop some hugely powerful alpha. And that's what they call it. They call it alpha, believe me. Okay? And not many people know this, but alpha means that I know big things, strong things, powerful things. So here's the alpha, folks. If you want to be hugely rich like me, you got to join and subscribe to the BLEEVESCRYPTO YouTube channel. You got to become a member because many people say, quite frankly, it's the strongest YouTube channel out there. It's fantastic. It's the best. So let me know what you think, folks. Funny Donald Duck.
I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast. Then again around bedtime. Bet this. It's not financial advice. But I'm always right. 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 Lady, and I got my shine. Money in my pocket and we're feeling fine. Radio's loud and we're playing Sublime. I think it's gonna be a good day, my oh my. I can't believe I made it this far, it's a miracle. Floating in the clouds now, used to be miserable. Never looking back since I changed my ways. I'm on that good life tip today. I'm looking for the good life, good life. Sitting on top of the world, I wanna be shining like diamonds and pearls. I want you to go there with me, girl. I'm looking for the good life, good life. Baby, we can have it all. We can make love by the waterfalls. I'm living that good life after all. Yeah. La da da da, good life, sitting by the fire. La da day, good life, feeling that breeze.
What is going on, everybody? I hope you're having a great morning. CPI data is 6.0, and the crypto market just took off like a goddamn rocket. 1.07 trillion market cap, and it only took, this came in within seconds. As soon as the CPI data came out, you can see the Bitcoin price has taken off like a rocket. We have entered the golden pocket. Now, will we maintain in this golden pocket? This is the question that everybody's been asking for a long period of time. Now, here it is. This is where you have a gigantic CME futures set up here. This is where you have a whole bunch of shorts that are just kind of sitting in this area right here. Now, once it got in here, you can look right here and you can see on the price action, the high was 25.5, popped a couple of shorts. If you come over to, let's get rid of CPI data and let's do at LIQS. Good morning, everybody, by the way. I hope everybody's having a great morning. You can see right here, 39 seconds ago, short liquidation, short liquidation, short liquidation. You can see tons of shorts getting liquidated just all of the sudden in the last minute. 2.2 million combined shorts were liquidated on Huobi and Binance at the same time. That put us into that 25.5 level. Now, here's what then happened. What then happened is you saw this number just rocket back down because all of the people that are protecting this price action, this is where it gets real interesting. There are a lot of people out here that are protecting this position. So the question right now is how much capital is going to be thrown at these positions right now? Because let's just put it this way. In this balloon area right here, here we are again talking about the same area, but in this area, how much in shorts are there that are just sitting there that are about to get absolutely wrecked if this pumps? So now the question is, can the bulls take charge and can they get this thing just absolutely sent? Now, will it happen right away? Well, we just wicked up to 25.5, which is the high for the year. So Bitcoin has hit its yearly high in the last few minutes. And the question becomes, can we continue up into that area? And I don't know. Look, it's early. You can see the money flooding back out of the market, back down to 25.2 all of the sudden, because we hit that so fast. busted in there, wrecked a few shorts for millions of dollars. We just saw that millions of dollars in wrecked shorts happen immediately. And now we're having that drawback down. Now, also, while we're at it, we should point out that Ethereum has now broken through. And remember, this was our level a long time ago. This is the level that we were talking about back in February. And we're now above that. And we're getting into this area that we haven't seen since the early part of February and maybe beyond. We have not, by the way, hit an all-time high, or at least a yearly high for Ethereum so far, with the cap on that being 1743. Over here we're at 1726, but we did saw it wick up and go kind of crazy. You can see now that we've had a drawdown of about $10 billion, really about $12 billion in just a moment's notice. It did. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's make that 14 billion in just a moment. This is the amount of money. Just consider the amount of money that's going into protecting this price position right now. And here's the thing: at some point, these guys are going to run out of capital. They're protecting what could be billions of dollars worth of investments inside this golden pocket. And at some point, very, very shortly, we're probably going to see a whole lot of help start coming in. And we're going to start to see this market just start to pump. But otherwise, good morning, everybody. I hope that you are having a great morning. I hope that you are super excited about the day. Listen, the best thing that we can hope for, and this is what I think that we're going to see over the course of today, is we're going to see a run. We're going to see a run on the Bitcoin price. We are going to see a big candle pop up here. I think that these bears are about to get wrecked. If that happens, then we're going to see a massive run. When we see this massive run, people are going to start feeling good. Pockets are going to start getting fat, and it's going to be altcoin season. And it'll be altcoin season before you know it. Okay. And you're going to start seeing it, and things are going to go crazy. As a matter of fact, let's pull it up. SHIB just went off the radar. Shiba Inu is pumping mega right now. Now, mega for where it is right now, it's up 2% on the day, but it was down just a few moments ago on the day. And I mean, just a few moments ago, this candle just wicked up while we were talking. So a lot of things going on in the market, most of them looking to be pretty positive. Now, let's get into the Luna Classic is wicking up pretty big. Let's go look over here and let's see what's happening in the DGen market. We're getting Volt. We haven't really had a lot of trading on Volt. We had one small sell because, holy shit, all I can tell you, some people just don't understand. Jesus fucking Christ. And listen, that's to be expected. You're gonna have people who are selling off, and they're not going to be there at the end. But this seems like the dumbest time for anybody to be selling, unless you're a pump chaser that you're never gonna, and you're one of those guys that are just never gonna make it. Yeah, you can see right here, you've got a lot of big buys coming in right now on Floki. Floki is starting to move back towards the up position. Remember, I told you guys at 3,000. This was the play, and that was going to run super, super hard. I'm not seeing a whole lot of action so far, but let's get back over here. And Bitcoin is at 25,170. We're not seeing a big move. We saw the big wick upwards, and now we're seeing the absolute fight of these bears' lives. Look at that wick right there. This is on the 3-minute candles, by the way. So this is what we're watching. We'll watch this for just a little while and see what happens. In the meantime, we're going to pop around for a little bit of news and get the pre-markets over here are feeling super good. I'm going to refresh just in case. 236, 35, and 98 to the positive. So we would have a nice relief rally on the on Dow. So that could be protecting, by the way. Let's move over here and take a quick look at the Dow Jones. You can see right here, this spot needs to be protected, because if we don't hold, and this is on the 3 minute, Jesus Christ, what is wrong with my life? If we don't hold this position, then there is potentially some more downside and a correction back into this channel. And it would be nice to see the Dow break out here, because we've had the run on the bank, we've had everything that's happened so far. So we'll see how this plays out. And remember, now that we've got the 6.0, the question is, how do we parse the data and what narrative sticks out? Right now, there's a lot of people that are looking at a lot of the data and they're saying, well, it's 6.0, but, and now they're looking for reasons to start crying and be upset, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, and yeah, banks are falling like dominoes. So you're seeing that all of these different places, and listen, these are the moments that are running people into Bitcoin. Now, of course, if you're running into Bitcoin right now, the question is there going to be enough capital again to get into this golden pocket to actually make something happen? Like that's the concern. That's the question. Does this actually play out to its best advantage? And we don't know yet. The best that we can say is hopefully. So it sure would be nice. Let's make this gold. There we go. So we are now golden pocketed, and we're just waiting to see if we can get in there and continue to make this little run up over the next little bit. 3 minute candles. Let's do that to get right here, and let's see what happens. The capital's starting to flow back in. While we're doing that, while we're waiting, Silicon Valley Bank has been sued by shareholders for fraud. So we are now seeing people say, hey, you supposed to have my money. So, and they're right, of course, but I assume that, look, you sue everybody for everything to begin with. So this is not really news. It is to be expected. Nobody's been named so far, but all of the people are being made whole. If all the people are being made whole, what is this person suing for? Because I think I can get money. It's just kind of ridiculous. If you're being made whole, if you're getting your money back, then you're faking it, and you're creating a problem where a problem does not exist for you. So yeah. Also, Circle joins hands with Cross River Bank, post Silicon Valley Bank downfall. So that also looks like the place where they're going to start minting. According to details in the tweet, the New Jersey headquartered Cross River Bank will be the new partner for the stablecoin issuer. The tweet also mentioned that automated settlement operations will also resume with the help of the partnership. Additionally, alongside this, the stablecoin issuer has also strengthened its relationship with the Bank of New York Mellon. In similar news, the SEC has now moved into Cross River Bank, and it's looking like the Fed might close Cross River Bank and the Bank of New York Mellon. So you guys know what I mean. Wink, wink. It's like Gary Gensler always said, we're coming after you. You guys are doing your crypto thing, and we don't think that you should be doing it because stablecoin and also because stake, or whatever the fuck he says. But it looks like we're having that moment right now where things are moving in a different direction, and we'll see how the SEC and the Fed course correct to to see what happens. Now, getting back over here, we're at 25,410. We are now, boom, we didn't wick up to the high, but it looks like the fight is on. Now, you can see here on this 3 minute candle right now, this is the absolute fight of the day. If we get into this golden pocket and it is pushing its way, this is, imagine, just if you will, imagine how much capital it's taking right now for the bears to fight this price action. And at some point, if they take a moment, and here we go, we're getting shorts getting wrecked right now. You see this wick? We're now at 25,600. Gigantic fight, by the way, a gigantic fight. Now, we come over here and we restart the liquidation. Russ, I don't want to take you off of that, but I want you guys to see as this is happening. 5 seconds ago, 205,000 short liquidation, 127,000, 348,000 short liquidation. This is how much is in here, and we're just getting started. 109,000, and now let's get back over here, and they are fighting super hard. Now imagine this. Imagine they got into this area. They wrecked those shorts. They absolutely decimated those shorts that were just in that position just now. And then what happened? Then look at all of this. Imagine all of the capital that just came in here to try to fight this. They are fighting for their lives. Well, they're fighting for their wallets because they don't have lives. You know what I mean? Maddie B, for anybody who doesn't know so far, CPI data came in at 6.0, which was in line with the projection and is down 0.4% month to month. So there is a lot of excitement going on. Bitcoin is in the golden pocket. It is making a push in the golden pocket. The bears are fighting for their lives. But again, at some point, do the bears run out of capital? Because there is money that is just flowing into the market right now. And when this much money, look at the Bitcoin price. It is up 5.6% on the day. Everything else is just kind of moving because people are recognizing, oh shit, I better put my money in right now. Everything was red, by the way. Everything was red a few minutes ago. And now here we go. Bitcoin is pushing again. We've got 1.082 trillion into the market. And now let's do a quick refresh over here because we just wicked up some more. And that means another short got wrecked for 292,000. Another short got wrecked 49 seconds ago for 500,000. And we have the one from 205,000. So now we're starting to see, guys, it is over. Rest in peace, bears. We are now getting the absolute rush into the golden pocket. And the question now is, can it be maintained? We now have 1.089 trillion in capital that has entered the market. Now, we're a long way from 1.178. However, we are on our way. And this 1.178, for anybody who is wondering, the reason that 1.178 is a number here is because that's the number from the last year Ethereum merge. If we get over that one, that is a great first step. Then the next step is 1.265 trillion in market capital. If we can get into this area, that will have erased Three Arrows, Celsius, and the Elon Musk massive sell-off on Tesla that happened back here in June of last year. And that would be pretty much confirmation that the bull run has started. So getting back in here, let's get to the 3-minute candle. You can see that we did wick up to 25,971. So we don't have a 26,000 Bitcoin, but we are sure as shit very close. And as you can see right here, these 3-minute candles are starting to weaken as we're doing it. Let's go to the 1-minute candles and see what's going on here. You can see that we're almost at that 26,000 level. If we get to the 26,000 level, this fight is never ending. The bears are going to have to capitulate, and imagine the beatdown that's happening right now to the financials for all these people. So Jesus Christ. Now let's go take a look real quick and let's see what got liquidated. 1.5 million Bitcoin shorts got eliminated in the last few minutes. 805,000 got eliminated. And then we got back to the ones that we're doing right here, 2 and 2. And then another Bitcoin short for 102 and 148. So imagine all of those getting absolutely wrecked, but the price still coming down, right? What does that mean? That means they are fighting super hard for their positions right now. And because every one of those bubbles, as they pop, those people are losing that money. They are losing ridiculous amounts of money, and I couldn't be happier. Fuck those guys. You know what I'm saying? And that's my medical opinion. That's not my overall opinion. But look, there's a lot of money being made right now. There's a lot of people who are, and look at this, 25,888, and they are pushing. Bitcoin is at 6.97. Imagine, guys, just for a moment, just take stock of this run right here. this is the run that we told you was going to happen, right? This is the run that we've been talking about for all this time, right? This was that double top was not going to happen. This was the Gareth Soloway. We're done. We're going back down. Gareth, you don't know shit. This looked like the big run that was about to happen, right? This looked like what happened in 2019. This looked like we were going, quote unquote, to the moon, right? Well, you better get your shit packed right now, and you better get in a rocket because, the party's on. So back to the 1 minute candles. Let's see if we can maintain. Now, here's the question. The question is, how long can we stay in this golden pocket? And if we stay in this golden pocket, how far can we go? Now, as we are right now, we are in a high of 25,971. Is going to take one more concerted effort to push, but we're continuing to wreck these shorts as we push through here, all the way up to 27,053. And that does not seem far away anymore. Imagine this. We've been talking about, guys, I should have tears in my eyes, but I ain't no bitch, right? But we should have tears in our eyes thinking about this level up here, because this has been the level that we've been talking about, 27,073 for almost 6 months now, that this is the spot where we will have successfully just wrecked that golden pocket, right? And so here we sit waiting to see if it happens or not. And what a beautiful sight it is to finally see this big move that we've been waiting for. Well, while that's happening, let's get over here. Bitcoin options volume on Deribit hits the highest level in 22 months as bank failures breed volatility. What you're seeing now is Gary Gensler. Congratulations. You fucked everything up so bad. People don't even want to have American money anymore. They would rather have Bitcoin. You have started the bull run, you bug-eyed, wonderful man. Thank you for starting the bull run, stupid. You did great. Also, Shiba Inu, wanted to point this out to you guys. This has not been the greatest when it comes down to what had been going on, right? If you look here, 1 hour change, only 23 new holders and 452 on the daily, but there were 12,776 over the course of 7 days. So what happened? And that was everybody's focused on Bitcoin. And the reason that I wanted to point that out, is because very, very shortly, if you're Shiba oriented and if you're SHIB, then guess what? You're about to get sent to. And the reason you're about to get sent is because there are a couple of different tokens that represent retail, right? One of them is Bitcoin. One of them is SHIB. SHIB is now trading at 1145. SHIB just had a massive candle leading it up to 1171. And I mean, guys, that's beautiful. That's exactly what you want to see from each one of these coins right now. And each one of these tokens, you want to see some big ass moves, and you're starting to see those big ass moves. Ethereum trading at 1735. It wicked up to 1739. We still haven't hit the all-time high, or at least the yearly high, which was 1743 a while back. But we're getting closer and closer and closer. The thing that we need right here is right here. It's getting ready to break out. We're at 25.9. We're about to mint a new high for 2023. If we get that, just a little more push, I would say that if we push any harder, then it's going to pop Gary Gensler's eyes out, but I think that already happened. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? So 25.942, 51. Come on, don't be no bitch. There it is. 25,977. Here we go. We're almost at 26,000. Remember, 26,000, probably going to be taking a lot of profit. So come on, wick it over 26,000. We've hit 26,000 now. What just happened to the liquidation rush? Holy shit. I'm nervous to even look. 177,000 got liquidated. 102,000 got liquidated. That's not much. Actually, that's not much. That actually, no wonder it pushed in there that easily. That was not a lot to be liquidated at 26,000. So in fact, that 26,000, now we're just fighting bots that are doing a sell-off at 26,000. That might not even that might not even do anything, guys. That might just be that might get shrugged off. And it is 26,072. The push is on, guys. We are in If this were Vietnam, we'd be in the shit right now. We are watching 26,165 is now the high, and it just kept pushing and kept pushing. Now we're correcting back down. A lot of selling off happening all of a sudden, and I get a feeling that we got one of these candles, and we're just going to reverse it, and it's going to start again. 1.094 trillion capital has now entered the market. Let's go take a look at that for the course of 2023. Let's do that on the day chart and see for this. Okay, that is the high for the year. So no, the high is 1.1 trillion. So we're almost there, but not quite. We've got just a little bit more capital that needs to come in to get to 1.1 trillion. If we get to 1.1 trillion, that'll be the high for the year. So we're not yet there, but we're getting closer and closer and closer. Now we're having a little bit of drawdown on Bitcoin as, again, bots are selling off, trying to take profits along the way. Liquidation rush, maybe not. So that's actually kind of crazy to think that in that 1 minute period, that's all there was. So at 26,000, we barely had any shorts that were sitting in that pocket right there. So that's an actual wow. What a day. By the way, for those of you that don't know, I've been talking about what if we made an algorithm and called it the inverse Cramer, and whatever Jim Cramer said do, we do the opposite. Well, because I'm lazy, I didn't do it, but somebody did, and they created the inverse Cramer ETF, and it outperforms the S&P 500 a week after the debut. 2 weeks after the inverse Cramer tracker ETF went live, the fund is outperforming the market. Jim Cramer of CNBC Mad Money recently said that tech buying is thoughtless at the moment. Netizens also criticized the host for his past advice to purchase shares of Silicon Valley Bank. And so the inverse Cramer ETF, it's been a week since the inverse Cramer ETF went live. It's already outperforming the market by 5%. Here's the market right here. Here's the Cramer ETF. So if you got in and you decided that you were going to take that advice and do the opposite of what Jim Cramer said, then you would have made more money than if you ignored him, or if you did what he said. So that is awesome. Finally, over here in the news, Raoul Pal, very bullish on Ethereum, says unexpected V-shaped melt-up may be imminent. Now, he's saying that he expects it could be anywhere between 2,000 and 3,000. It could be even higher. I don't know, because there's a lot of mechanics in ETH, which is very lopsided because of the burn. The more people come into the network, the less ETH is around. I think it might become a problem for ETH. It's going to give a lot of upside volatility. So, and guys, that actually means you're updated on the news. So let's get, let's see what people are saying here. We've got CPI report fell on Wall Street Journal. Inflation fell to 6%. Dow future holds gains. U.S. stock market treasury yields remain higher after CPI report. Treasury yields remain higher. That doesn't sound great. SVB and inflation news. CPI report shows 6% increase. Feb CPI rose 6%, while core inflation increased 5.5. All right, so yeah. Oh well. All right, so we're at 1.094. We're in 26,000 right here. So the reversal is already underway. You can see that right here. We had that wick down, and now it looks like we're pushing ourselves back up. So what is the next level? Let's see. We did 25.9. We did 25.6. 1. So I'm gonna say, you know what? Let's start calling where it's going. See what happens here. What is the next spot? So the next spot, 26,540 is what it looks like. Let's see how close we get to that one. Let's make a horizontal line right here at. All right, so that looks like the next resistance spot. So we'll get back to these 1 minute candles. So it looks like the next spot of resistance is going to be, that's a long way off. 26,486. That feels kind of a long way off. So yes, for those of you that haven't already, if you have not, please, by the way, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you want to become a member of the channel. That certainly helps me out tremendously. But if you have not already, I want you to thank Gary Gensler today, and I want you to thank each one of his eyes. So that's 3 thank yous, Gary. Gary, thank you. Left eye, Gary, thank you. Right eye, Gary, thank you. Put them shits back in your head, please, because it's looking weird. All right, so 26,200. We are now at 1.099 trillion in the market, 1.1 trillion. I want to say we now have a new high. Would be good to see 1.01 trillion. All right, guys, we have now achieved a new high for the crypto market for the year of 2023. We are now at 1.102 trillion. Bitcoin 26.2. It's making a push. We got this big wick. Again, I think 26.4, which is basically that 26,500. It could be 26.3. You know, we could stop at 26.3, but I think that's I think that based on where that is, we might just kind of push and wick our way right through that. Let's look at some liquidations, and let's see if anybody's going to help us along the way. 10 seconds ago, we got 87,000. We got 500,000 in shorts getting liquidated, 264,000 getting liquidated. And that was it. Again, not a whole lot of shorts getting wrecked, not nearly as many as you might have thought at some point. So, and Nestor, I think Nestor's got it right here. I think he understands the bull market has begun. Whether we like it, whether we don't like it, the bull market is now underway. So we were looking at the pairing price, Ethereum 1750 right now. So if you are paired on any one of these tokens, then oh yeah, baby. All right, here we go. 26,426. Let's see if we called this. You know, if it goes over this, then kiss my ass is all I'm saying, right? And that might have been the end, right? 26,427. We're off about $60 on it, I think, because it's starting to get eaten up. You know what, son of a bitch, kiss my ass. It's going right up to it. All right, so guys, we really couldn't have called this one closer. If it breaks through, however, I'm going to blame the Illuminati and probably Gary Gensler, because he's in here right now watching my stream, seeing this happen. And as we know, Gary Gensler and each one of his eyes, they have their own thoughts. They think their own things right now. 26,400, 26,450, 1.107 trillion into the market. And folks, this could be the start of something beautiful. We're watching, we're watching this. Gary's watching this. Gary's also watching the kids with the other eye. So a lot going on there. And look at that. So we got within $20. Kiss my ass. We got within $20 of calling exactly where that next dump was going to be. So shit. So now we're having it. We're having the fight on the way back down. But 1.104. We are now into all-time highs for the year on everything. Bitcoin, Ethereum is up $20 on its year total. The overall crypto market cap for the year is now up. And we are, here we go. You can see that right here. We're at now 1.11 trillion as the high for the year. So everybody should be feeling it right now. And let's go look at some of the alts right now while we got a breather, because Bitcoin is taking just a few minutes. Break 1768 on Ethereum. Ethereum is running out of its mind. It's starting to catch up to Bitcoin. SHIB is at 1167, running at a local high. Let's break this down just a little bit and see. So the local high was 1171. It's now 1168. So SHIB is on the run. Guys are finally seeing that happen. Crow 70.7. God damn it. 7.6 cents, up 6.5%. MX still going out of its goddamn mind, guys. What a good run MX has been on. It's been having just an absolute banger of a time. Luna Classic up 3.5% on the day. Luna up 4.5% on the day. VRA, remember, guys, I told you Veracity was going to have a run. Veracity's up 9.5% on the day. I think everybody right now should probably take a moment and just click on your wallet, look at your portfolio, and go, yeah, that's the shit right there, baby. And enjoy the victory for the moment. XRP 2.6. XRP is not going to move with the market. The XRP is going to wait for the most part. It'll come along, but not nearly as much. It's marching to the beat of its own drum right now. So we'll see what happens. Bone is still down on the day, but had a nice wick reversal. Now, again, for those of you that don't know, I sold my Bone up here after buying down here. And I took my profits, which was like 1.5 ETH roughly. So we were done with that for the moment, and just waiting for that market correction. Now here, and by the way, if you are SHIB Army, I want you to remember something. Don't get frustrated by this because we're still in the beta phase. We didn't go live. This is not the main net. This is just beta phase testing. Yeah, it's nothing to worry about, right? Nothing to worry about there. You're going to have a moment where Bone is going to go out of its mind as we get closer to the main net. Here's what you have to understand. We don't have a date for main net, but if we're on beta, then it shouldn't be that much longer, right? Maybe a month or so. So in that month, you're going to see some more consolidation. You might even see a dip or two, but you're generally going to see some big movement up towards an actual settling. That's what we're talking about here. Actual settling in that $2 and $2.50 range. I think that's what you're about to see. But we've got to get to the point where we're getting some main net information. That's what's desperately needed. So let's hope that we see that. Along with that, the amount of SHIB potentially being burned is in the billions per day when you start looking at it. So the number of potential burns on SHIB, it really seems like it's going to be excessive. It really seems like we're going to get a massive, massive, massive number on that every single day until such time as we burned enough of the supply that we can get down to some much more reasonable numbers. So that's at a guess, by the way. So let's keep moving on. We've got Luna Classic, Veracity, XRP, Doge 7.5 cents, up 3.78%. Band up 3%. Matic at 2.7%. Link 3.6 at $7. BNB up to 315. Not keeping up with the rest of the market yet, but BNB is going to have another big run pretty soon. Remember, they've been under fire everywhere they turned for months now. Avalanche is up 5.5%. Ave's up 3.8%. XTZ, Solana's up 7.5%. Mina Protocol up big. Quant having a nice little recovery, up 5% on the day. Gala 4 cents having a nice run. Engine up 5%. DOT up 5%. Cardano 4.7%. Bitcoin futures are going out of their minds right now. Look at all of this that's going on. Like, it is just out of control. Brandon T, thank you for the $10 bomb, saying hello from Volt and NGN squad. Glad to have your support, Bubbly. Hey, those are my guys. Those are my things. Uniswap 4.7%. Ethereum Classic having a nice little run. Now, guys, by the way, remember, Ethereum Classic is the Ethereum for old people. Now, if you're watching what we're watching right now and you're seeing that massive run, if you wanted to make a degen sort of play, and you're up on Ethereum, well, then you've got a whole bunch of older people who are like, Ethereum, but there's this cheaper one over here, and they're going to get into this one, and you're probably going to see ETH Classic have a nice little pump, a little bit bigger than what you're going to see from Ethereum. So just remember that when it happens, because it's kind of crazy why people do that. But Hex is at 8.7 cents, so it is also pumping, which means that, Jesus Christ, like, guys, where are we at on Hex now? All right, so if we got into Hex when Ye old believer said, get into Hex. 410% at this point. So, whew, god damn. All right, so 1.106 trillion on the market cap. Let's get back to the 1 minute candles. Let's look at what happened. Maybe we've had a little correction at this point. Yeah, we've had a correction, and now it looks like we're pointing upwards one more time. So are we going to continue to get sent? Can we imagine if Elon was to come out and make an announcement accepting Bitcoin as payment, Bitcoin would go straight to 40? Yes, it would. In fact, we're talking right now about capital re-entering the market. All American, thank you for the $2 super sticker. Appreciate you, sir. Let's drop 3 zeros. Let's drop 3 zeros off of everything. And then we'll all just take a smoke break and chill out, right? I don't smoke, but you know, I'll still watch you guys. 26,357. We are still pumping. And it looks like we might have caught a little resistance there on the 1 minute candles. So it is slowing down just a little bit. So yeah, it's let's look at the liquidation rush and let's see if we've gotten anything going on with liquidation rushes. 6 minutes ago was the last time, 291,000. So we're not burning anything. So yeah, here we are, just getting started. This is just the start of what is about to be the bull run, guys. No change in CPI news or anything like that. Let's go over here to Twitter and let's see how people are reacting, because that's always fun. Get in now at the beginning of the bull run or get left behind. Hashtag Saitama. When will they learn? If they watch me, they've already known. This psycho Ponzi slayer thinks he is John Wick. Relax, you are old, dude. Need to take care. We got drama. Take care of that heart. You can't do shit to anyone. Y'all know if Ponzi plays football, right? Y'all know. God damn, man, this dude is out of his goddamn mind. By the way, I'm hooking up with Ponzi Slayer next month. For those of you that don't know, because Ponzi is a football player and his team will be in town, and we're going to go hook up and hang out for a little bit. So do you have any projects to milk for Jesus Christ? Ponzi says, I can't see what this MF is saying. He probably posts and touches his son afterwards. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Henoch says, let me do it for you. You're about to get rich and quit your job in 2023. Your boss won't even know what to do with all this. You're going to be fun to watch. Did I nail it? All right. What else we got here? Lunk, let's pump. Good morning. Only to the people who love titties. That's a thing. Tom Crown opened a short. Please liquidate me. Who are some of the best DAOs in the industry? Lido. I miss having a president who passionately loved about y'all for real. Y'all for real. Look. You see that? You see this Kraken right here? God damn it. Okay, look. This is Brigitte Gabriel, and she is a massive Trump cuck, right? Just massive. Says something the other day about how many look at that face. Like, this is a goddamn ghoul. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a goddamn ghoul. Look at that fucking head. You know what I'm talking about? But anyway, so she's going on and on about, and she just all day long, there we go, pictures of Donald Trump, blah, 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 right? Y'all, for real. She says something the other day about, I don't even remember what it was, but it's just she's, you know, crying and whining about some kind of shit that a Democrat does. Well, it turns out Brigitte Gabriel is not even her name. Her name is like Halan El Sawani or some shit like that. And she's like, who would fake themselves or be fake people or something like that? Bitch, you don't even use your real name. Like, what is wrong with you? And the crazy part is not that. Like, you can support Donald Trump, you can support whatever that ghost is, you could support this guy and whatever hair he's got left. Jesus Christ, this dude combs over his look, y'all, for real. Does he not see? He looks in a mirror, right? He's got to be seeing this shit right here. Anyway, look, you could support whoever it is that you want to support, even if I don't even know what the fuck this is. But first of all, some of these people are just out of their minds, right? But you can support whoever you want. But if you're going to be a genuine person, be a genuine person. Don't be whoever stick with your name. Like, good Lord. Right. This chick has had so much plastic surgery. She's got stretch marks around her brain. Like, God damn. Woo. You gonna be all right. And you know what she is, by the way? She's a national security expert, in case you didn't know, and a New York Times best-selling author. And guys, can we just for a moment say that you're not a best-selling author if the RNC buys all your books up in order to give them away because nobody wants to read your stuff and they just have to give it away in order to get you on the list so that they can say conservative book is up there on the top of the chart. And we saw that happen to the point that the New York Times now puts a little asterisk next to your name when you have a top 10 book that says a massive amount of these books were bought by a single person. Like, Jesus Christ, that's just unbelievable. But again, I mean, anybody you want, just be a genuine person, right? Be a genuine person. Elon Musk, if you support Donald Trump, good for you. You know what I mean? Lauren Boebert, if your middle school allows you to by the way, you know that bitch didn't even graduate high school. Well, we do know that, right? And listen, you vote whoever you want because that doesn't make you smart or anything like that. If you can't look, I mean, some people just can't pass middle school. Not judging. But it's, you know, things are kind of crazy, right? But we should be able to at least look around and be like, you know what? I like what some of these people say, but goddamn, you know what I mean? Like, we should be able to do that. All right. So, we've got a little pressure coming to the downside right now because we have hit that all-time high. So we're at that 1.1 trillion market cap. We wicked up, we got our, annual high. Now we're riding this right now. Bears are still in fight mode, but we have 26,531 Bitcoin. 1 hour chart shows that we've got one wick in it. There you go, right there. Just want a president that cares about all Americans. There we go. So we got, 7 or 8 more hours of this before we really start to see what happens in this zone, if you will. So once we get a good sort of settlement in this area, once we get an idea of how well we maintain in this position, a lot of profit taken right now. But once we get a better idea of, and by the way, let's go look at what we could expect on a retracement. So we could be looking at 25.8, 25.6, or all the way down to 25.4 as our retracement levels. If we got that perfectly right. I think we did get that perfectly right. Probably feel more comfortable making sure that we got this exactly right. And yeah, there we go. So 25.850, 25.625, 25.4, those are the numbers that we're going to be looking for to see if we get a bounce off of those areas and those regions, because there are a lot of people that are out there right now taking profits. And along with that, there's a bunch of people who are probably creating longs. Long just got liquidated because they went long like during this. Like, don't do that. A lot of people trying to do that little risk stuff. Insignificant amounts, by the way. So nothing to really worry about. But let's move on over here. Bet, by the way, today is the day to last day to migrate for Bet, and it's going crazy at 6.8 cents, having a 32% run up on the day. Floki up 21% at 41.71, having a big run. Hex is at 8.9 cents, having another big run. I'm a retired Purple Hearts veteran. I have been learning a lot about crypto. What is your thoughts on a low coin that you believe will be the future 1000X? Actually, we are talking about them right now, All American Breakers. And by the way, when I say this every single time, thank you so much for the $5 bomb. I am always talking about timing. If you are getting into the market right now, there is a chance you're going to get wrecked. So I would be very careful, and I would only be looking at Bitcoin and Ethereum with the pump being where it is right now in the market. So that being said, Saitama's at 22.19, had a big wick over here. Doge 99.72, WAGMI 57.75. All American, if you're looking for a good project, WAGMI is good, but it's already got about a 13 million market cap. It's only going to go so high. It's it's basically a AAA game. If you want, you can come look at what this game looks like. It's a tower defense game, playable on iOS and Android. You can sign up right now for Google Play and App Store if you go WAGMI Defense, but it gives you an idea of the game. Now, the year's 3022, and it's aliens versus humans on each side. And you use the world's first fiat to NFT gaming app. So they've got a big storyline. There's comic books that you can, digital comic books over here called Nifty Wars, that you can come in and you can kind of read the backstory and get an idea of what's going on with the game. And then you can see there are some trailers that we won't get into because they use music that gets me copyrighted. And you know what? Let's just use a mute button. But here is, there's the cinematic 4K trailer. Here's actual gameplay footage. Let's make sure that we don't have, hope you guys can't hear it. Anyway, what the game looks like. And it will be out very soon. So this is one of those things where if I was going to make a play, I would throw a few bucks at this one just to kind of see what happens. Also, if you have WAGMI Genesis NFTs, you get to share in the revenue every month. So the idea there is that that is a game that's ready to launch. It's literally on the cusp of being launched. So it's going to come in with a fully functioning use case. That's certainly very good to see. Cato 1461, Shib 1138, retracing a bit. Bone still holding up at $1.54. NGN at $1.01. Now, for my purposes, All American, this is where I'm going to be looking over here. Total market cap of 717,000. So for the purpose of NGN, I think that that's a good entry point, even if it's on a pump with a market cap, because I'm getting in low under $1 million in a market cap. Now, you do have to do your own research and really kind of dig in and look at a project and decide whether or not this is the project for you. I got in on NGN at 2 cents. So I'm up 50x at this point off of a small $116 outlay. So, you know, my $100 is now $5,000. But I think this thing's got a long way to go. And in fact, because NGN is where it is, they're meeting on Friday with Tom Emmer, who is the head of the fintech in the House of Representatives. And they're talking about, or at least they're talking about having some opportunity to start talking about regulations and stuff like that and coming up. So they're like in a good position. They're in a very, very good position right now. So it's as what we would call a degen play. It might become something more because it's also got an AI technology coming out that helps you understand crypto better. And if all of these things come out beautifully, then it's got a massive pump coming. So it is on the team to perform and to make that stuff happen, but I don't have any reason at this point to think that they will not. Terra Luna is at 28.66. Wiz is at 28.59 until Pulse Chain happens, though. Probably not going to see a huge amount on Wiz. Decanect is an education platform trading at 6 cents right now. Shiba Doge, I might be making some Shiba Doge content in the next little while. In fact, I don't have an update on it yet, but just in case, Shiba Doge has got a new project that they're about to unleash on the masses, and that might lead to a significant little pump on Shiba Doge. Still have a massive supply, but could lead to something big happening, and their volume continues to trade. Not great, but it's still good. So Lillian is at 6,500. MMAI is at 35.37. MMAI does have, by the way, MMAI Pulse, which is one of their video game. And it looks pretty good. It's kind of a Gears of War type game. Not sure how far out that is. BRL is the Bull Run Life. It's a staking protocol. Over here, you can look at Bull Run Life and you connect your wallet. I've got all of my Bull Run tokens staked. I bought in live on camera one day for $2,000, and it's now trading for $5,000. So I feel pretty good about that. And I've already taken profit one time in USDC, and I've got $120 that I can take out at any point on USDC over here. So another decent play, long-term play, but a decent play. But my baby here is Volt. Just so you guys, in case there's ever any question, I'm a Volted believer, and we do giveaways here with items and stuff like that with Volted believer on it. And this chart right here at 113 million market cap, the whole idea is how far can it go in this ecosystem, with the idea being, it could go to at least 10 billion in a good bull run, because it's got a lot of great opportunity for you. It's got a game. It's got a second game called Volt Island that's coming out, which is a shooting game. Works just like Fortnite. Then you have Volta Change, which is a swap, and then you have Volta Flex, which is a staking protocol, which is not out yet, but it will be out. And you've got the entire Volta Eco and Voltisoft systems that are still forthcoming, listed on about 127 exchanges right now. And when this thing blows up, you will absolutely know who Volt is. So could it be a nice 100x from here? I think so. I definitely would say it's a 10x no matter what, or a 50x to get to 5 billion market cap. Like, I really think that it's at least that level. CPI Michael Niemai came out about an hour ago, and it came out at 6%, which is why crypto has been pumping out of its mind for the last hour. Anyway, Volt is, listen, in the course of a year and 2 months, or year and 3 months right now, Voltoshi, the guy who is the developer of it, hasn't made a mistake, hasn't messed up, has delivered on everything that he said, and it's been just a fantastic little run. Again, 113 million market cap off of just a startup token. So it's just been a fantastic run. And Voltoshi is someone, he's not a doxed developer, by the way, but he is somebody that is familiar with the crypto industry. You'll know that much. So DJ Legend, thank you for the $10 bomb. Believes, I said Bitcoin will break 25K soon and go to 27. It already did. We're at 26,579 right now. 26,531. So yeah, we'll go to 27,000. As you can see right here, we're at 0.382 right now on the fib retracement. We've already hit it. It is possible that we're reversing and heading back up. I would think more likely that we would hit that 0.5 level, but I mean, you never know. But it looks like we're following standard retracement protocol. So, I mean, it looks good. It looks good. You know what I mean? Like, it just looks like, it just looks like we're about to get sent, and we're about to get that next level. Now, the one thing that I would be watching is liquidations and seeing what it looks like. But other than that, it's just, as they say, we're in the shit right now. We're going to see what I think is just going to be another massive, massive, massive day. And some of these tokens, by the way, in this ecosystem, it's going to be slow, by the way. It's going to be slow. but some of these tokens are about to just absolutely pop off. Paw Swap is trading down. You can see right here, like I would not get in at the top of this, but when you kind of zoom out, you can see here that it did kind of reach some support levels. So if you were making a play, this wouldn't be a bad time to make a play. Optimus, let's see what's going on with Optimus. Launch and pump. Nope, that is not for me. Blur. Hell no. You know what? Maybe on no. You know what? Jesus Christ. All right, so Blur is an absolute no. Not that I don't like Blur or anything like that, but it maxed out at $1.38 and now it's trading at 70 cents. So it's about halfway down. I don't think a reversal to more is going to work because it's already got a $2 billion market cap in this market. So I can't really see how, and I know you can't really see because I didn't share my screen, but I can't really see how it's going to pump beyond 2 billion market cap. And I think it's important to always point out what the market cap is on a project. Floki at 40.83, up 18% on the day. You can kind of zoom out a little bit and you can see where it was. You get some perspective on where it could go. And in the local area here, it went up to 71.63. So again, you're about halfway down. I don't think that there's a lot of run to it. And I don't think there's a lot of run to it because it's a meme coin with a $400 million market cap, total market cap of 233 million. So at very best, a 2 or 3 or a 4x. And I just don't think that that's, I don't think that's going to happen yet. And I don't think that's significant enough to be anything. But as you can see, because I don't use my time well, I've got all kinds of lines and levels that I'm watching on it. So Hex is just an absolute degen play. Hex is it does nothing but stake. It's just a staking mechanism for your future. And down here at 16 cents, I was complaining that, this is the buy zone. This is when you're supposed to be getting in. And I mean, it just went up absolutely parabolic and you're up 400 or 500% at this point. Like, what did it wick up to? 470% now. Ew, screen share bullish. By the way, volt volume on Huobi was a little over 5 million, but let me talk about something that's really important with Huobi. This is kind of cool. Huobi announced that they were mothballing their wallet. And they also announced that they have a partnership with Saitama. So what do you think is getting ready to happen? I have a feeling that Cytopro is going to be the official wallet of Huobi very, very soon. So don't quote me on that, but I do think that that's why we're seeing, again, another big pump on Saitama. And I think that's it. And all I'm waiting to see is how Rodney responds. Because, oh, God, he's going to have a fit. Everybody who counted out Saitama is going to have a goddamn fit. They are going to have a goddamn fit. Because if it does all the stuff that I said versus all of the, it's not going to do anything, it's dead, that they said, then who's the BDE around here? You know what I mean? Who's the BDE around here? So anyway, Saitama had a nice little run from 14 to 17. That's a 50% run up in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days so far. And if you look at the 7-day number, 24%, that's not bad. That's a little bit up here, but I think it's like 40% over that course of time. So not bad at all. We're starting to see a reversal at the 0.38 watt. So it looks like we're going for another run on Bitcoin. It looks like we are about to, it looks like, guys, it's going to be one of those days. Let's look at Dow Jones. Dow Jones up 265 points. SPY is up 4 points already. And the NASDAQ is 92. So it's up almost 1%. Now, the big thing being the Dow Jones. Jesus Christ, look at that gap. That's on a 1 minute, by the way. But it looks like we are minting our way back up, and it would be nice to get a nice little pump off of the market before we get the eventual collapse. And in fact, we could be witnessing some more of that collapse today. Bank failure. Let's do this one, and let's see. All right. I'm not sure of any of these lies right here. I don't know that these are true. On Friday, Signature Bank customers spooked by the sudden collapse of Silicon Valley withdrew more than $10 billion in deposits, which would be fair. And maybe they couldn't hold up on it. But SVB Signature Bank collapses. I'm going to really read about Signature Bank today because I don't believe any of this shit right here. And I don't fail New York Times. I don't buy into all that bullshit, but I do think that you should always question when you start to see these articles. Signature Bank's collapse fueled by crypto bets and run on deposits. If we can just assume for a moment that at least in some context, the New York Times gets their information fed to them by the government, than it is with the slant of whatever the government wants you to think. So I don't trust some of the things that I see from them. And you shouldn't ever. You should question everything. And if they're using collapse fueled by crypto bets, then that means that they're talking shit about cryptocurrency, right? Well, why don't you ask your mother about this? You know what I mean? Bitcoin is at 26,000. People are moving their money out of your shit products and putting their money into cryptocurrency. So, yeah. Why don't you, as they say, recognize, back up, and check nuts? Or something like that. I read that somewhere. So, you just understand that if there's value in the stuff that you're getting from them, always make sure that you understand what that value is, and that there are certain things that matters when you're getting information, and certain things that are opinions, and you just got to figure out which is which, right? That's all you got to do. Just make sure you know which is which. So 26,048 on Bitcoin. We did see the cascade at this point. Not a huge one, by the way, but we did see a cascade of money coming into the market and going down into the alts. So over the next little while, looks like we're starting to see a reversal on Bitcoin. It's about to head up to 26,100, it looks like. But we've settled in at 1.097 trillion. So we'll see. Guys, you should also recognize the significance. 56 now billion dollars has entered this market in the since 7 p.m. last night. Since 7 p.m. last night, $56 billion has entered this market. And at one point, I think it was over 57 billion. So that there is significant interest in this golden pocket right here. And look at this. We are about halfway through it right now. Zooming out, halfway would be right here, 26.9. So we're not halfway, but we're getting closer and closer and closer. But once we get another big run, again, just so you guys know, just as you look here, like there's been no resistance, right? This right here that you're looking at, that's the only resistance. We're creating our own resistance. And if you look at a volume profile, which we're going to pop one out real quick so that you can see it, and we're going to get it on the day chart over here. Once we get it, one of the things that I absolutely hate is we're going to make this 256 rows so that it's a little easier to read. You can see, like right in this little area here, this golden pocket, there's no trading volume, right? There's just absolutely no trading volume. And the place that I'm looking for when I'm doing that is these little ridges and stuff like that, right? And you can see right here that we're attracted to this number right here. And you can see this little area right here. And you can see how much trading we've done at that volume. Same thing over here, how much trading we've done at these volumes, right? Well, there's nothing in here, which means that there should be a nice run, because we're naturally going to settle. If we're bullish, we're naturally going to settle in a position where there's a lot more trading. And that means this spot 29,000 up to 31,000 right here. And coincidentally, there that is right there. So if you do, if we do watch the trading volume and if we do pay attention to it, then that's what we should end up seeing is a move into this 29 to 31 range in short order as we get back into this pre-June. And remember, June is when Celsius collapsed. June is when 3 Arrows collapsed. And June is when Elon Musk sold off all of his Bitcoin with Tesla. Not his personal stash. He doesn't sell his personal weed. He only sells his Bitcoin from his company. So we'll see it start to generally settle. And with the biggest wick being in the 30,300 range, that'll probably be where it settles. So that's kind of the numbers that we're looking at. Yeah. So there we are. Let's turn that back off. Close volume profile. But that's how you get an idea of how this thing is going to trade and play out. That just helps you to just kind of know. And back to the 1 minute chart. And the fib retracement, by the way, played out perfectly. We'll see if it continues. We do want it to continue upward and test a new high. We don't want it to idle around here for too awful long, because if it does that, then the most likely scenario is that it's coming down, which would mean that we've had too much move to the upside too fast. So that's where we are. So anyway, that's my time, guys. I get to work. So this is not financial advice. My name is Believes. I'm always right. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you. CPI is at 6.0. So the markets are set to soar. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell to be notified of future content. And if you can, become a member to the channel. That certainly helps me tremendously. And we didn't do it today, but we're giving away hats tomorrow morning if you tune in. Or tonight, if you tune in at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, if you want, we're giving away Volta Believer hats. So until then, you guys have a good day. Be careful in your trading, and we'll talk to you again soon.
I'm looking for the good life, good life. Sitting on top of the world, I wanna be shining like diamonds and pearls. I want you to go there with me, girl. I'm looking for the good life, good life.